everybody, it's Becky Singleton, and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. We're going to talk about how to surrender and let go. So, why don't we get started here today on Happy, Healthy, and Fit?
Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby? Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby? Can you show me the way?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And I appreciate you coming back and listening and hopefully learning something new. We're going to talk today about surrendering and letting go. Now that at times can be a daunting task, right? So I'm going to ask you to release all prejudgment about what letting go means that you had in your mind before, or surrendering. A lot of times people believe that if you let go of a situation that you have held on to or felt you were right about it, and it just wasn't working out, you couldn't get it to fix up or fix itself, or you couldn't fix it. There's a reason behind that, because really what you needed to do is let it go. Let it go. And I will tell you, there are a lot of things I have encountered where I didn't let go right away, and when I didn't let go, it was a real big headache. And sometimes, because of the length of time, became painfully a painful situation, either because of financial reasons or, wasn't a good situation with the person I was dealing with. So I've learned since then to let go as quickly as I can. And it's not to say that you don't feel bad, or that, the hell ride you were on didn't cause you to kind of oh my God, what's next if I let go? The hell ride was to wake you up. And I've been on many hell rides, and I'm sure you have too. But we've got to let go. And letting go does not mean you're weak. Letting go actually means that you're powerful and you have strength. That's what it means. So once you understand that you are stronger because you could let go, it changes everything. Absolutely everything. And the same with surrender. Now, there is running away, and back when I was younger, I used to avoid situations, so I'd run away from them and wouldn't really confront them, or didn't know what to say, or whatever I was going through at the time. And when in fact all I needed to do was surrender that situation. And at times, surrendering gives you a peaceful feeling. You become at peace when you surrender a situation. As I told you in the past, I have endured a lot of different things, but at the end of any of my marriages, there is a letting go. There is a surrender that happens. And from the first time to the last time, I can tell you I was quick the last time. Oh, okay, that's the situation. Okay, well, I wish you the best. Bye-bye. I was gone. And I can laugh about it now because I understand that I had taught myself to not hold on and live in that fear or pain. And fear and pain can also bring on guilt. And we don't need any of that. It's your neck's going to go out if you're driving with your rear view mirror, right? We're not looking back there. There's nothing back there for us to look at. Don't look back because you're not going that way. I have a sign that says that in my bedroom. And it's important that we all remember that driving is forward, moving is forward. In order for us to give ourselves a new opportunity, a new life, an ability to either start a new job fresh with a clean slate, meet a new person, you can't bring the old baggage with you because you hadn't let it go. That's one thing I can tell you in leaving my first marriage and then meeting my next, who ended up being my husband. But the next person, it took me a really long time. And I remember him saying to me one time, he goes, "Are you never going to stop talking about him?" And I realized I was holding on to the bitterness and the anger and things that I felt that had happened. And I did have to ask myself, why am I talking about him? He's not here. And he brings me no value to keep talking about it. And from that point on, I started to just release and let go. And there was such a peacefulness when I did that, and that's why I can wish any of my ex-husbands well, because I do want the best, because I'm in a different place today than I was back then. And it does make a difference when you can take a deep breath and realize, you did the best you could in the situation. That's what I had to realize at one point. I was a great wife, I was a great mother, and in this particular situation I was in, they didn't really want that. I wanted that, but they didn't want that. And you have to look at yourself and what is it that you want? What do you value? I've been talking about this recently, but you have to know what you value. I value family. I value, being able to take care of my family, to have fun, to have great experiences with my family. And my kids, my daughter's, 2 more years and she's in college. So I've already gone through the cycle with my first daughter, who is now married. And this second one, I've treasured every second and really been super, super hands-on. Where my first daughter, I used to travel a lot. So there was a little bit of fear and guilt sometimes around that. And I had to let that go because I was doing the best I can. I was, pretty active in my business and I was working in corporate America. I didn't have the same kind of time I have with the younger daughter. And I do a lot of hands-on with the younger daughter because of her swimming career. So I appreciate the differences, but I had to let go of any guilt I had from the first child to the second child and just do it the best way I can. And especially because I'm doing it alone. And, you start to really, realize that at the end of the day, you just can do the best you can. No one's asking you anything less or more. And I want you to recognize that at the end of the day, think about what's in front of you. What is it that you want to go towards? What do you want to do? Do you want to just really see your life in a whole different way? What were you holding on to? Chances are, if it was a breakup, you're afraid that, oh my God, I have to start all over again. I had that startup feeling 3 different times. And it was scary every single time. And, I had moments where I was sad. Did I do the right thing? But I realized once the months went by, oh my God, thank God, I released myself and I let it go. And I was able to move forward and got new experiences and opened up to new living environments. If you had told me I'd be living in Texas, I would have laughed at you. But that's really where I needed to be. And I'm grateful today because of my daughter swimming. And I don't know, she would have had the same situation in Boston. So I'm glad I was able to surrender, a change in my life. I surrendered. I really almost felt like the universe just picked me up from Boston and plopped me right here in Houston, Texas. And, honestly, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've been able to have here. And it's been a good ride. But I know a lot of it was because I let go and I surrendered. So think about something that you need to let go. It's going to be okay, I promise you. I promise you, it's going to be okay. But you got to let go. You got to let go. You got to let go if you're bitter or angry that things didn't work out. And really what I find is if you're bitter and angry like about a relationship, it's usually because you were really hurt in that relationship. And once you let the hurt go and know, you have that experience. And I talk a lot about contrast. That's a really big Abraham Hicks concept about contrast. You know what you don't like, so you know what you do like. And it's so clear once you recognize when I date a man, there's just like moments I don't even have to be around them that long to go, oh yeah, that's not going to work, because I just know what my standards are, what I like and what I don't like. If I immediately start to sense immediately, it's just not going to move forward. And I find that that's important for me to know that, because I've been through so much that I'm not going to allow a man to talk to me any old way. I'm not going to allow a man to do anything disrespectful and just sit there and take it. I'm not going to do it. I mean, you just know, especially if you've been in an abusive, or someone was manipulative with you, or they were greedy about what they could take from you. Honestly, once you see those signs, when you meet someone else and you meet someone who's kind and loving and nothing like that person, that's the contrast. That was what you didn't like, and now that's what you like. And I had that experience with a friend. He wasn't a boyfriend, but he came into my life not long after my first divorce. And my boyfriend that I knew at the time had just broken up with me. And sometimes you're not in the mood, but he became a really good friend. We were like besties forever until he got married. But it really charged me up about, he didn't act anything like my first husband or my boyfriend. He treated me with respect. He adored my daughter, who was little back then, Sheleah. And it was a nice experience for me, because I hadn't had that before. And, I appreciated that. And I appreciated to see the contrast. So, appreciate your opportunities when you get out of a situation and you meet someone completely different, because that's really what you want, especially if it didn't work out, or if it was abusive in any way. You want to make sure that you have that chance to go cut it off. I cut it off so quick. I mean, I've had people like, you didn't call back. I said, no, you can lose my number, because I'm not in the mood. Time is so precious that, it's not a need. I would want to be with you, but I don't need to be with you. There's a difference, but you have to be kind. I do not understand these relationships that go into this mean mode, is what I call them, or greedy or selfish. People who just take. And God forbid they ever steal from you or something. And I've had those situations where people stole my money. They stole things out of my home. I mean, it just, you just like, no, I'm not having that. You want to make sure you have a like-minded person. I used to always say, if I can meet me in a man version, winning. Because I know how giving and loving I am, and that's what I'm looking for. Someone who knows what he wants and he's going after his dream, and I can support him, he can support me with my dreams. It's really, you'd be surprised. A lot of people either don't want to be bothered, or that's not their thing. So always know there's someone out there for you, and the option for you to never settle for less is really important, because you can let it go. So that's what I want to talk about today. Let's let it go. Let's let go of any crap, any past hurts, heal any wounds we might have had. Surrender that you just know that something good is coming for you. Something great is around the corner. And you know what? Forgiveness is always a great starting point. I forgive so much that I love it, because I know that my heart stays open that way. When you're in a forgiving state, your heart just stays open. And I don't feel the need to think that every single person's going to be like an ex-husband. I don't. Because I can see the difference in men, and I can see how people treat me and not treat me. And, it's that easy. I just know, because of the experience. At this point, if I don't know the difference between a good man and a bad man, then I didn't learn any lessons. But I did learn the lessons, and I do know what's out there that's available to me and what I want. And so you may be asking yourself the same thing. You know, what is it that you want? Write it down. I have a list that I want, and I'm telling you that list is an easy to attain if you're the right guy. So think about what your list looks like. Write it down. Negotiate when you meet somebody. You know, these are the things I want. What do you want? And you know, that's how you can engage each other once you know there's a connection and you want to be with them and they want to be with you. So I'm going to wish you lots of luck, but please surrender. Please let go. There's nothing good when you hold on to things that just are not worth your time anymore. Okay? So thank you for joining the channel. I really do appreciate you. I'm Becky Singleton, and I'm just like you.